Hi everyone, I'm Rosie and welcome to Vox Yoga. Today's video is for the wrists to release a little bit of tension and also maybe strengthen them up a bit. So this channel is for singers. You might think, why is there a wrist release video? However, it could be useful for any musicians, instrumentalists, particularly pianists. So a lot of singers tend to accompany themselves, or if their teachers accompany their students, particularly for long days, long amounts of times. It may be if you're someone that drives a lot as well, maybe between teaching studios or gigs, then we tend to build up a bit of tension in the wrists. Also remember that excess tension anywhere in the body can have a bit of an effect on the voice. So it's just great to come to these exercises maybe throughout the day if you're practicing, if you're feeling a little bit of tension. Also, if you enjoy doing yoga, which you might if you are on this channel, then these are great to do before you do any practices, more vinyasa flows that have things like plank and down dog as well. So we'll get started. These can be done seated. We're also going to use the wall for one of these stretches. So we'll just start by making really gentle fists and simply just drawing circles with your wrists. You might feel some little cracks, clicks, crunches. That's fine, but of course, if they're associated with pain, then you might want to get them checked out. Then release and just shake it out. Fantastic. Then bringing the arms in front of you at about shoulder height. Again, making really gentle fists and just drawing your fingers towards the body. Don't forget to breathe when you're doing these as well. Then release the fingers and keep that stretch with the fingers just dangling towards the ground. And release again, shaking it out a bit. And we'll go again, but facing the wrists up this time. So bringing the hands to about shoulder height, the arms about shoulder height, gentle fists, and then moving the backs of the palms of the hands towards the body. If your mobility is a bit more limited here, the wall stretch, which we're going to do in a moment, will help to free that up as well. And then opening the fists so your fingers are reaching towards the ceiling or the sky. Don't forget to breathe. And release. Shake it out once more. Fantastic. And we will use the wall for our next stretch. Find a wall for this stretch, and this is one of my absolute favorites. It feels so good if you have particularly tight wrists. Often it can be that you're holding tension in your median nerve, which runs all the way up the middle of the arm, and this can cause quite a few problems. So this is great for releasing that nerve. I'm sure you'll feel a difference afterwards, but it can be quite intense, so go slow. I'll actually show you from behind for the first one. So take your right arm and bring the palm flat onto the wall in line with your shoulder. First of all, facing the wall, and then slowly starting to move your whole torso, so moving your feet as well to the left. So you're moving away from your right palm that's on the wall. You want to get as close to the wall as you can, but you're not pressing through the fingers here. You're just using the wall as support. Breathe here, and you want to hold it for about 30 to 60 seconds each side. If it gets a bit much, just ease off. To release, just move your body towards the wall once more and release the hand. Let's do the other side. So left hand, left palm on the wall, remember about in line with the shoulder, facing the wall first, and then just moving whole body to the right. Don't forget to breathe. And if it gets a bit much, just ease off a little bit. And to release, looking back to the wall and releasing the arms. And again, feel free to shake it out, roll the shoulders a little bit, and then our next release exercises will be back kneeling. For our next one will be either kneeling or you can be on hands and knees. I personally think you feel a bit more of an intense stretch if you're on hands and knees. So maybe if you do have quite a lot of tension, sitting back on the heels instead. Let me show you what we're going to do. So first of all, we're going to come onto the backs of the hands. So if you're on hands and knees in tabletop, you can start to rock your weight back and forward over the wrists. And again, just keep it really gentle movements. If this feels quite intense, again, sit back on the heels and just bring your hands to the sides of the knees, and you'll still get a stretch, but it won't be so intense. Again, just keeping a little bit of a rocking movement here. And release. Again, I would shake it out in between all of these stretches. And of course, if it feels a bit much, just do one or two and then come back to the video another time and do some others. Next thing, we're going to be flat on the palms, but we're going to bring our fingers facing towards the knees, towards the body. So if you're in tabletop, hands and knees, again, you can just shift your weight forward and back, maybe drawing circles around the wrists. And same thing, if this is a little too intense or you're just in a place where it feels better to do it sitting on the heels, same thing, bringing the palms next to the knees and shifting the weight here instead. And release, shake it out. Again, if shaking feels a bit, you can also come back to the first fist circles. And last one, same position, but this time the palms are going to face in, so fingertips facing towards you. And again, just rocking back and forth, maybe side to side, drawing circles, and it's just a slightly different sensation. If you're sitting back on the heels for this one, maybe rocking from side to side is going to feel good. And release. Final one to just finish it off is we're just going to be kneeling, seated, whatever, interlace the hands, and then just starting to draw almost an S shape with them. It's kind of hard to explain, but just getting a bit of organic wave-like movement. And again, this is a nice one you can just come to throughout the day to get a bit of flexibility, movement in the joints, freeing up the muscles. And release. Fantastic. So I hope that has helped you today. If you are finding that your wrist ache is becoming persistent or is more of a pain, I would really recommend you going to see a physiotherapist. You can get a referral, that's the word, through your GP. My area actually has a self-referral to a hand and wrist clinic through the NHS, so it may be that that is available in your area if you are in the UK. But of course, always, if you are worried, go and seek some medical help. Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this, found it useful, let me know, hit like, hit subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.